We did it, girls. We finished.
We did it.
We finished the cookbook. It's been in the works for, what would you say?
2.5 to 3 years.
3
we've been working on
years.
this cookbook.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be a bigger project than we thought when we first started.
Yeah.
But I must say it was a lot of fun. Putting the recipes together was a challenge, but we had more than enough recipes to choose from between the three of us.
Yeah.
And Nana and the generations before us, my mom and
Yeah.
Nana. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many recipes in the book that come from that generation before us. You know, and so many of the recipes are intensely personal.
Exactly.
One of my favorites that is sentimental to me, these cute little apple pies. They were one of my favorite things to find in my lunch kit, and I just have such good memories of making them with my mom and of rolling them out with my mom.
My favorite is kind of along the same lines actually, but the plum cake. Nana's plum cake. And she taught me how to make it in the bakery many moons ago. And she's very particular about the placement of the plums. Yes, and the thickness of the cake. And anyway, so that's something that I have to make sure that I make every year. So that's my favorite. What about you, Mom?
I think it's got to be stuffed peppers because that's such a staple in our family.
Yeah.
In the summertime, I make a big batch of stuffed pepper mix ahead of time, and then when the peppers are in season, it's just so easy to pull out a package of that mix and throw it in a stuffed pepper and add a bit of fresh picked corn, and voila, you got a great supper. So when you think back, what was the craziest thing that happened when we were putting this cookbook together?
Oh man.
You're laughing because I think I know what you're thinking.
Well, there's a number of things that come to mind. One that I thought about today, and the very, very last picture we took was hot chocolate. To celebrate, we all had a big mug of hot chocolate, and I take a selfie to capture this moment, and somehow, some way, an entire cup of hot chocolate got dumped on Jane's head. Jane is my 5-year-old.
And it was hot.
Yes, it was hot, and she was drenched. Lots of laughter, lots of tears. There were many moments like that.
And Callum, our photographer, there were lots of funny moments with Callum, and I must say he was so patient because the kids always wanted to be in his face.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, no, he's a gem for sure.
Yeah.
He's a gem for sure.
It was a dream of mine, I must say, and having it sitting here in real life is a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
This one is such a personal thing. It tells the story of our farm, it tells the story of the generations before us, our recipes that we've all submitted.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just so happy and proud, and you guys did such an amazing job and helping this dream come true for me.
This is not just a cookbook. In fact, when it finally came in real life here, my 5-year-old, she looked at it and she said, "Why do you call it a cookbook when it's a book of pictures?" And I assure you, it is a cookbook. But there's so many beautiful pictures in it. And the first little bit before we get into the cooking is us telling our story. It's so personal. Like you were saying, Mom, the recipes are personal, and we just go back a little bit and share who we are and where we're from and why we do what we do. And we've been opening up our farm to the public for how many years now, Mom?
39 years this
39 years
Yeah.
open to the public, 91 years of farming. And now we feel like this is really an opening up of our personal homes.
Yeah. It's really a celebration. This whole book is a
Yes.
celebration of the produce that we're able to grow and the amazing food that we're able to create with the produce grown right here on our farm.